Hi, beautiful one. It's me, Jin. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of the Raw Reset and the Healing Junction. And today I come to you from Healthy Planet, Mississauga Central, to talk a little bit about hormones, natural fertility, and the differences between the male and female metabolisms. Well, alkaline is the opposite of acid. So when we find ourselves with a lot of inflammation, a lot of health issues that are drawn back, you're always being told by the medical system, oh, this is just inflammation. There's no empowerment there. So when we realize inflammation is another word for itis, which is another word for acidosis, we take our power back. So I'm so glad you're here with me in episode number 11 of my series, Alkalize to Detox and Regenerate, just teaching a little bit here about alkalizing for natural health, natural healing. All of these women that are going for all kinds of treatment for fertility, they're putting themselves through hell. It is not an easy process. For those of you who know someone or are someone who had success on this journey, wow, you've been through it, and I commend you for sticking to what your intuition called you to. I, however, help many members to actually bring on pregnancy naturally by purifying this beautiful vessel, this temple to the soul, through alkalizing lifestyles and superfoods, and just really working with the alkaline acid balance to bring your hormonal balance. So anyone out there that's feeling confused, I feel this way because my hormones are out of balance. I can't maintain a pregnancy because I don't have enough progesterone. These kind of things, yeah, you need to just alkalize. Honestly, I know it sounds so simple. It's the truth, and the proof is in the pudding. We have enough members who have had success with this. So yeah, if you haven't joined the private group, the Raw Reset, please do. Let's share more about our personal journeys. It would be wonderful. So in this beautiful book, I highly recommend Health by Purification. You should be able to find it on Amazon or maybe a local health food store. You never know. If you prefer to support a local health food store, check with them first. I believe Healthy Planet carries these, at least on their website, healthyplanetcanada.com, and this is a very simple read. I know it looks quite complex with the chart here. This actually is the most simple, easy read. It's designed that one doesn't have to read it cover to cover for it to make sense. You just read whatever chapter interests you, and I'm actually excited to share with you about how the male and female metabolisms differ, how we actually process our wastes differently, why men go bald, why women get cellulite. You know, haven't you ever asked these questions? I mean, I definitely think we should be learning about this stuff as part of our regular curriculums in schools. Maybe at Waldorf schools coming up, who knows? That would be fantastic. I think we need more of these Montessori and Waldorf schools. So yeah, this is a little bit about how the man has to metabolize his impurities. There's a little graph here too that shows some of the symptoms that arise in men, specifically hair loss, hemorrhoids, heart attack, stroke, and a shortened lifespan. And this is because the male metabolism has to immediately metabolize, neutralize, and literally burn off their acids. Unlike the female metabolism in our fertile years, we actually can store our wastes, our acids, our toxins in the uterus. We store our acids and toxins in our lymph and also in our fat, in our fatty tissue. So then we let them out once a month with our menses. This is why PMS, premenstrual, the week before your menses, you feel bad. That's because you're most acidic. You've accumulated a lot for those few weeks. And then after the period, how amazing do you feel? Those of you who are showing up in the divine feminine here, you know what I'm talking about. So you get this relief because out with the menses is all the acids that accumulated, a lot of them. Now, anything that was not eliminated because maybe there's too much excess, gets stored as cellulite. So the upper leg and thigh is an accumulation organ. The lower leg, like the shin, the calf, this is an elimination organ. This is why we sometimes will see a venous leg ulcer. The body was so desperate that it created a new opening, just like hemorrhoids. The same cause, too much acids in the body, and the body is looking for a way to get these out. So it's actually doing us a favor. We could jump for joy that our bodies are so intelligent and are always looking to protect us, yeah? So, but nobody wants to live with these crazy symptoms, right? So alkalize, alkalize, alkalize. Get yourself a really good alkaline detox coach like myself and just get going on this journey, you know. Dig deeper, my dear one. You can do this. So yeah, the woman purifies herself via the uterus with these excretions, these discharges, the monthly bleeding, the disposal of waste matter, or cleaning up via the embryo and the amniotic fluid. So a healthy mother-to-be will have very alkaline amniotic fluid. However, in our day and age, sadly, the mothers are having these very acidic pH of their amniotic fluid. Back in the day, it was so alkaline before we were exposed to so much stress and an environment of such toxicity that the midwives used to take this and just rub it on their face and their forehead. This is because it's super, super healing along with a very healthy placenta, yeah. But nowadays, because we're so toxic, sadly, this is why the babies are born with all kinds of diseases. And we're seeing with the men, you know, so much balding at a young age because, well, look at all the young athletes, for example. They are creating so much lactic acid by overexerting their muscles, and they're not educated that all they need to do is go soak in a nice alkaline bath like the Alka salts. They have some here at Healthy Planet, these alkaline crystal bath salts that you only need a very little bit for a full bath. You know, if they even had these, just like they did little alkaline pools and the athletes could just go soak in there after a game, there would be so much alleviation, not only of the balding, which is basically the body looking for minerals, so stripping from the most readily available source of minerals, the scalp, to neutralize all that lactic acid. You know, a lot of young athletes or any age of athlete would notice after soaking in these Alka bath salts a lot of alleviation of any pains, any stiffnesses. I mean, after a long day, I go home and I soak my feet in these Alka bath salts for like an hour. You know, I bring a kettle of hot water and I'm very careful. I remove my feet halfway through and I add more hot water just to correct the temperature because it does go down quite a bit. I don't keep my house that hot, so the temperature of the water, I need to kind of keep it a bit more on the warm side. And oh my gosh, compared to how I would feel if I didn't soak my feet, even people with dementia, hair loss, as I mentioned, we can soak their feet and it will get to the root of that problem. All those toxins that are stored in the brain that are causing the Parkinson's, the Alzheimer's, these kind of things come out through the soles of the feet, along with those acids that are going up to the scalp to get neutralized, you know, and then there's no nourishment going to the hair growth. So this is where the hair falls. I used to have a lot thicker hair, guys. I was quite acidic in my younger days. And I tell you that this program, this lifestyle will really support your vitality and make you feel a lot younger too. So I'm so happy you're here with me on this journey. If you're interested in an iris analysis, you live in the Greater Toronto area, I'd so love to take a macro lens photo of both of your irises and tell you any of your genetic strengths and weaknesses. I can work a protocol for you. I use herbal protocols, so botanicals, and a lifestyle of abundance and vitality. We have dietary recommendations my members are really loving, I'm loving, as part of a lifestyle that feels really good for you where you're at. So be so happy to create a customized program for you, dear one. Please don't hesitate to reach out. I offer 30-minute complimentary calls to assess if this is a fit, and I so appreciate all the love here. Thank you so much.